friends, and welcome to another French Fried Trains Minecraft locomotive tutorial. Today we're going to be doing a locomotive type we haven't done in a long time, and we're going to be building this new Amtrak long distance charger in the special Day 1 Heritage paint scheme here. And it's a pretty cool looking locomotive, so let's get right into the build. So our first step is the rear coupler, and for that we'll use a dark oak stair and we'll attach it up on the second block. Under it, put a sideways dark oak fence gate and a dark oak fence gate on either side of the coupler here. Once we have that, on the next block down on the rails, facing backwards, we're going to put 3 deep slate brick stairs. Then above it, 2 rows of 3 cyan terracotta coming up. On the sides of the top, put a warp button on each side. And then on the sides of the cyan terracotta, 2 deep slate brick stairs right side up in a column. Same thing on this side here. Once that's done here, we're going to come in front of this rear pilot and we're going to skip 1 block forward from it, leaving a 1 block gap of space, and we're going to put 2 rows of deep slate brick walls, 5 wide, coming out to each side of the tracks. Then we're going to skip 2 blocks forward, leaving a 2 block gap of space, get a netherite wheel on each rail, and an end rod axle. Then we're going to take polished deep slate stairs upside down facing this way and skip to this 3rd block forward from the wheel. Delete those 2. A right side up one here, upside down facing that way here. Extend them over to the other rail and extend these over to the other rail, and a right side up one in here. In front of this, another set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. On the side of each wheel, put a skeleton skull and then a sideways grindstone next to each skeleton skull. Do the same thing over here. So grindstones here and here, skeleton skulls on the wheels. Then open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here, and also into the ends of the wheels down here. Then in front of the dark oak fence gates in the center, we're going to put 3 stone brick blocks coming up the center. Then 3 upside down stone stairs facing outward here, and 3 facing outward over here. Then on top, a 3x3 of stone brick blocks. On the side of it, we're going to put a skeleton skull, a warped sign, and then a brewing stand. Do the same thing on this side. So skeleton skull, warped sign, brewing stand. Then we're going to come on this second layer on the top middle 3 and fill it with cyan terracotta, coming all the way forward down the top of this truck until it touches the stone brick blocks up here. Then in front of the stone brick blocks in the middle, we're going to skip 1 forward and put a single temporary block. Coming off that block, we need to get upside down, backward facing deep slate brick stairs like that, 5 wide coming out to each side of the tracks here. Just like that. Then, coming off this corner stair, we're going to put 8 sideways, upside down, deep slate brick stairs coming forward. Once we have 8, turn this way, and 5 across the front. And then fill in this side with 8 upside down, sideways ones. And this is for the fuel tank. Come to the back of the fuel tank, on top of each side, 2 cyan terracotta. Then we'll skip forward in the middle, and a 2x3 of cyan terracotta. Skip forward again and fill the rest of the side of the fuel tank on top and around the front with cyan terracotta. So we have this 2 block indent towards the back of the fuel tank here. Then we're going to come in front of the fuel tank in the center, and we're going to put 3 stone brick blocks. Then 3 upside down stone brick stairs facing outward on either side, and a 3x3 of stone brick blocks on top. On the side of it, a brewing stand, a warp sign, and another warp sign. Same thing here, brewing stand, 2 warp signs. Then in this gap on the side of the fuel tank, we're going to put a crimson button and a crimson sign. Same thing over here. Crimson button and a crimson sign. Then we'll move back up towards the front here. And up here, we'll have to do our front truck. So we're going to skip one block forward from this. And we're going to get another right wheel on each rail with an end rod axle. Then take deep slate polished stairs here, upside down. And we're going to skip to the third block out. 3 upside down coming this way. Take out those 2. On the side, a right side up facing outward on each side. Then in here, 3 upside down facing backwards. In front of it, another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels on the front of it and on the back of the truck here. Then, on each of these side stairs, we're going to put a grindstone, and on each of the wheels, we're going to put a skeleton skull on both sides. Then we're going to take a lightning rod, crouch, put a sideways lightning rod on both sides in between the grindstone, and we have to do it back here as well. So crouch, a lightning rod in between these grindstones, and on this side here. Then we'll fill in the top middle 3 above this truck on the second layer with cyan terracotta. Bring it down above where these front fence gates are. Then 2 more coming off the middle. On the sides of that, 2 upside down, deep slate polished stairs on either side. Then 3 cyan terracotta across the front of it here. On the next block down in front of that, 3 deep slate brick stairs across the bottom middle. Above it, cyan terracotta in the center, 2 upside down stairs on either side of that. Then we're going to take out a dark oak stair for the coupler, turn around and stack it up to the second block. Delete the ones we used for placement. Under it, a dark oak fence gate and a dark oak fence gate on either side of this coupler here. Then above this, on each outside edge, we're going to put a block of coal. And then we're going to put 3 upside down polished black stone stairs across this middle. Once we have that, we're going to swing around behind it and we're going to fill the top middle 3 going end to end on this third layer with iron blocks. Once we have that on this top outside edge on the third layer, we're going to go end to end with a row of white concrete. And then same thing on the other side, end to end on this top outside edge with a full row of white concrete down to the other end. Just like that. Then we'll come back on top of the front here. We're going to do a row of 5 coal coming across the front. Above it, light blue concrete in the middle, then a white concrete on either side, and then a light blue on each outside edge. Coming around behind here, on each side, we're going to put 3 blocks of coal coming back on the bottom. Then we're going to do white concrete, light blue concrete, white concrete. So it looks like that. Then across the top of the front here, we're going to put 5 forward facing polished black stone stairs. Behind it on each side, we're going to put a block of coal. On top of each of those blocks of coal, we're going to put another forward facing polished black stone stair, then 3 light blue stained glass blocks across here. Then we need to come back 1 and up 1 from the windshield here, so put a temporary block, and we're going to put 5 polished black stone stairs coming across here and delete that temporary block out of there. So it looks like this. Then we're going to put a block of coal under this stair corner here and on that side. On the side of it, on each side, put a white stained glass pane for rear view mirrors, And coming off the coal on each side, 2 light blue stained glass blocks. Then, under here, 2 more blocks of coal coming back, 2 light blue concrete, then 4 blocks of coal up here, 4 here, and 1 behind the window on each side. Just like this. Then behind this, we're going to knock out this white concrete here, put in a right side up polished blackstone stair, then an upside down one above it, then an upside down dark prismarine stair. Same thing on this side, right side up polished blackstone, upside down dark prismarine stair. Then above it, we're going to put a door on each side here. Behind that on each side, we're going to do 4 blocks of coal. Then above that, 4 light blue concrete coming back. And then above that, 2 layers of coal on each side. Behind that, on this other side, we're going to do 3 blocks of coal, then 3 light blue concrete, then 2 rows of 3 deep slate tile walls. On this side, 3 coal, 3 light blue concrete, and 2 rows of coal above it. Just like that. Then behind it on each side, we're going to come back by 2 of coal, 2 light blue concrete, and then light blue behind it and a coal, then light blue above the back like this, 2 coal in front of it, 3 coal on top. So it looks like that. Behind it, we're going to put a red concrete on bottom of each side. Behind that, 3 blocks of coal. Then we actually need to take this one out, make it red concrete. Same thing over there. Then we'll do 4 blocks of coal on each side. Then another red concrete at the front. 3 blocks of coal behind it. And then 4 blocks of coal on top. Just like that. And that's for the Arrowhead logo. Behind it, on bottom of each side, 2 blocks of coal. Then a 2x2 of iron bars. Same thing over here. And then 2 blocks of coal above the iron bars on each side. Then, once we have that, we're going to do a column of 4 coal on each side. Then behind that, a column of 4 iron bars. Behind that, a coal on bottom, 2 iron bars, and a coal on the top corner. Behind that, 2 iron bars on bottom. Then above it, a 2x2 of coal. And above that, 2 iron bars on top. Behind that, a coal on bottom. Then 2 iron bars. Then a coal on the top corner. Behind that, a column of 4 iron bars coming up on each side. Behind that, a column of 4 coal on each side. Behind that, a column of 3. And then a bedrock on top of each side. Then, behind that, we're going to bring 3 layers of coal all the way down to the back. Same thing over here, 3 layers of coal all the way down to the back. On the back, we're going to put a door in the center. Go ahead and surround that with blocks of coal. Then we're going to come across the top of the back with 5 blocks of coal. Then 1 coming forward on each side. Then a bedrock on each side. And fill the rest of this gap with coal on both sides. Now that the body's framed in, we'll start working on the top here. So we're going to come up front, behind this front, polished blackstone stair on the top. And we're going to run a line of sideways polished blackstone stairs all the way down the top outside edge of the locomotive here. Come right over all these iron bars to cover them. And bring it right down to the back. Then we'll put 3 coal across this back and do the same thing on this side. A full row of sideways outward facing polished blackstone stairs on this top outside edge. And we'll bring that all the way up to the front. Just like that. Now we'll come on top of the front and across the bottom hitbox of this front three polished blackstone slabs. Then 2 coming up this side on the bottom hitbox. In here, a 2x2 of coal. And over in this corner, put an item frame and a music disc. And that's the fan on the AC unit. Then, behind that, we're going to do a 3x3 of coal blocks coming across. And on the back side of it, on each side, we're going to put 2 levers going into each other for antenna. Behind it, on the upper hitbox of the next block down, do a 3x3 of polished blackstone slabs here. Then, in this gap, on the back 2 blocks, we're going to put 2 rows of 3 dark oak fence gates opened into each other for the horn. Just like that. Behind that, across the top, we're going to do a 3x3 of coal blocks. Then on the back 2 of each side of that, we're going to put 2 iron trapdoors. 2 here, 2 here. Behind that, we're going to do a 4x3 of coal blocks. Then 4 iron trapdoors up the middle of that. Then, behind that, across the top, we're going to do a 3x5 of blocks of coal coming across and back. So 5 back, 3 across. And then we're going to put 5 iron trapdoors on each outside edge of that. Next, we're going to come behind that and we're going to switch over to bedrock blocks. And we're going to do a 3x6 of bedrock coming across behind here. Then we'll come on top of that and we'll cover the entire top of this bedrock section with stone pressure plates. Then once we have that, we're going to switch back to coal blocks here. Put 3 blocks of coal coming across and a stone button on each side. Behind that, 2 bedrock on the far side coming back, then a 2x2 of coal. Then 2 stone buttons right here. Behind that, 3 coal and a stone button on either side of it. Behind this, 2 bedrock on this side, a 2x2 of coal over there, and then 2 stone buttons right here. Fill the rest of this with coal. Behind here, a stone button on each side, and on the very back, a black candle on each side. And that completes all the roof detailing here. Now we need to make banners, so come into a loom with a light blue banner and light gray dye. Make 1/2 light gray. Switch to red dye, make the bottom half red. Switch to black dye, put a black plus shape on it, and a black border around the outside. Then switch to a new banner, light gray dye, make the other half light gray. Switch to red dye, bottom half red. switch to black dye, put on a border in a plus shape. And then we're going to come put these on the front of the locomotive. On each of these bottom corners on the front, put an item frame, and then we'll put these banners on each side with the light gray corner pointing outward, and that's for the MU ports. Then above each of those item frames, a crimson button, and above that on each side, a glow item frame with glowstone in it. Then on the center stair, a glow item frame with glowstone. Then up above the window on each side, we're going to do a dark oak sign with 301. Same thing over here. Then we'll hit both of those signs with white dye and then a glow ink sac so you can actually see the number up there. Then we're going to take out a warped sign, and on this center light blue concrete put a warp sign and type the word Amtrak. Hit that with white dye and a glow ink sac. Then come down to the back on either side of this door, put an iron bar. For the next block up on the outside edges, a crimson button. Then on the top outside edges here, a dark oak sign with 301. Same thing over there. Hit those both with white dye and a glow ink sac. In the center, right here, put a glow item frame with a glowstone. Then come around this corner. Right here, we're going to put 2 iron bars. And same thing on the other side, 2 iron bars right here. Then we're going to come up by this front door, and on either side of this, we're going to put a column of 4 iron bars. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. A column of 4 iron bars on each side of this door over here. Next, come into a loom with a black banner and yellow dye. We're going to put a horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom, diagonal, new banner. Vertical on the left, vertical on the right, horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom. New banner, switch to white dye, and we're going to do vertical on the right, horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom, horizontal in the middle. New banner, vertical on the left, vertical on the right, horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom. New banner, vertical in the middle. Then switch to black dye and put a black border around all of these banners. Then we'll come place them. The white banners are for the number on the side back here. So right next to these iron bars, use the banners to put 301. Then we'll do the same thing on this side here. Right by these bars, put 301 with the white banners. Then on this side of the locomotive, right behind this door, we're going to use the yellow banners to put 50 up on the top black here. On the other side, we're actually going to leave a gap of 3 backwards from the door, and on the 4th and 5th block out, put the 50. Just like that. Now come back into the loom with a black banner and light blue dye. Make the top half light blue, switch to white dye and a white horizontal on top. Then we're going to come up on the side here and place 3 of them right here. That's where the Amtrak logo is. And we'll do the same thing in front of the 50 over here. Put 3 of those banners right here. Then we're going to come back here. We're going to knock out 2 of these blocks and put in white concrete, and that's where it says Amtrak behind the arrowhead logo. Same here, so knock out these 2, put in white concrete. Next, we're going to do the interior, and it's fairly complex for this one. So we're going to come on inside here, and we're going to take out polish andesite slabs. Get 3 of them coming across between these doors here, and another row behind it. Then fill in all the way to the front at that same level for the cab floor. We'll do a row of double slabs under this windshield, then 3 across the upper hitbox. On top of it, 2 glow item frames with end crystals and a lever. Turn around and put a stair on each side for seats. Then up here, a torch on each side. Then, at this level behind the door, 2 blast furnaces on either side, and then a door. We'll come through and do the next compartment. Behind this door, use polish andesite stairs to make a staircase coming down. On either side of the stairs, 2 columns of shulker boxes. 4 up front, 3 behind it. Same thing on this side. So 4 in a column up front and 3 behind it. Then behind those, on the bottom of each side, we're going to put 3 blast furnaces that are facing inward. Above each of the blast furnaces, we're going to put 3 grindstones on each side. Behind that, we're going to switch to quartz bricks. We're going to put a column of 4 right here. Skip a block and another column of 4. Then an end portal down there for a toilet. 2 on the top up here. Turn around and put a door right here. Then over here, we're going to do 2 columns of 4 blast furnaces. Right here, a column of 4 quartz bricks. Then a door right here, and 2 quartz bricks over this top in front of the door. We're going to come in here, and we're going to put a sideways end rod up here to light that compartment. Then we'll move on to the next compartment, which will have the prime mover. We're going to skip back behind this first iron bar section on the side, and we're going to put a column of 2 quartz bricks on either side right here. Put a door in the center and fill in above it to the top with quartz bricks. Skip 1 block in front of this door in the center, put 5 sideways anvils for the prime mover. Above that in the center, we're going to put 5 redstone blocks. On the sides of the redstone blocks, we're going to put a polished blackstone button on each block. Same thing on this side over here. Then above that, we're going to do 5 sideways anvils again. Then above that, 5 redstone blocks in the center. Then along the top outside edge, we're going to run a full row of sideways end rods to light up this compartment. Because you can actually see into here from the outside, and this locomotive is very well lit inside. Now we'll move on to the next compartment. In here, skip 1 block back from the door, and we need to get a grindstone on the bottom and 2 smooth stone blocks above it. On the front of it, 2 glow item frames with end crystals. Behind it, we do the massive radiator, so we're going to put 4 acacia logs coming back with the pattern going vertical, and we're going to bring that all the way to the top. Then we'll skip a block back behind here, a door right here in the center, quartz bricks on either side, and fill in quartz bricks up to the top. Then same as before, on the very top, we're going to run a row of sideways end rods. Same thing on this side, a row of sideways end rods up here to light it. And 1 final compartment to go, so come through this door. In this compartment, come to the very back, and on each side, a column of 4 brewing stands coming up. Then at the front here, we're going to do a column of 4 white shulker boxes on either side. Across this bottom, we put 4 sideways anvils, 4 on this side. Above those, 4 sideways grindstones on either side. Then, we're going to take out end rods and run end rods up the top center to light this compartment up. That completes the interior. I'm just going to come back through everything here to make sure we can actually fit through everything. And especially these stairs here, and it looks like we're good to go. And there we have it, folks. We've completed Amtrak 301, the first day paint scheme charger here. I hope you enjoyed the build. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone, have a great week. Stay safe out there, rail fans.